Well, good morning. Here we are in Rome.
It is a little wet today here in Rome, so we're using an umbrella right now.
Yeah, so we are here in front of the Colosseum, but before we get back to here, let's show you a little bit of what we did getting off the ship this morning, what it took to get to Rome. We did something a little bit different today. We thought we were doing the train, but plans changed. Anyways, watch that, and we'll catch back up with you in just a second. We are getting off the ship. Goodbye, Norwegian Pearl.
It's that horrible time where you have to disembark. Not nearly as exciting as embarking, is it?
It's kind of the opposite. And that's our goodbye.
What a sweet man.
Off we go. The sad walk down the gangway. Yeah, we've got cruise ship after cruise ship lined up here at Civitavecchia. Now the adventure begins to figure out how we get from the port to the train station. We've had challenges before. Hopefully today is not a challenge. We are outside now after grabbing our luggage, and as expected, it is chaos here in Civitavecchia. No taxis want to do local runs to train stations. You got to rely on the shuttles. There's a huge lineup for the shuttle as well. So unless you're going to the actual airport or to Rome via taxi, they're really not going to do any short runs through town, is what we found out a couple of times now.
Yeah.
Anyways, fingers crossed that the shuttle goes straight to the train station. We'll figure out what happens from there. Lots has happened since we last checked in with you at the port. We finally gave up on the port shuttle. It was a very long line. It was starting to rain a little bit, so we were starting to be a little bit worried. We had a taxi driver came up and we said, how much straight to Rome? And he said 60 euros per person. And we thought, oh, a little too much. We figured the train and shuttle and everything was going to cost us around 30 a person. So we said no to him, but then he found someone else that was coming to the same area of Rome as us, farther up, single. So we dropped the price to 50 euros a person for everybody. And so we took him up on it. And so now we are here in Rome. So it came pretty well within a block of our hotel. So we're trying to see if we can get checked in early. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And we'll see what happens next. Wish us luck. Sweet Rome. It doesn't look like much on the outside. And even getting into an adventure, we're going to show you the elevator is something to see. And then even the room is something to see. We're going to show you what we found here. Cute little spot in Rome. Right down close to the train station. Down at Germany, I believe.
You have everything you need right here. There's a little restaurant with gelato right next to us. All kinds of other useful shops and a park across the street. It's all wonderful.
Check out this elevator. This thing is from like the 1800s, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I'll show you how this works. You have to push the red button.
To call
open
it.
this metal door.
These slide in. Okay, go on in, Mr. Canuck, and then
I'm coming. I'll show you the other way in a second.
Okay. Then you have to close this metal door.
Very small in here.
Close this. And then press the button.
Look at that. It's got buttons in the elevator. That's way more advanced than some of the new cruise ships.
But it's a tight squeeze. Look at it. It's just the two of us in here. There's no room for anybody else.
Can't even fit our luggage in here.
No.
Okay, then we get down towards the bottom. We're almost there. It stops. You open up these little doors in the elevator.
Doors. And then
you open the metal
cage.
And out you go.
But you have to close this, otherwise the elevator will stay here and nobody else can call it unless you have those doors closed.
There you go. That's the elevator.
Not for the claustrophobic person. So the name of this hotel is DVE Suites Rome.
So we're going to give you a little bit of tour of this room, since it's one of the most unique ones I think we've ever stayed in. Ranks up there with Quebec City's room that we really enjoyed. We've came into the room here. You have to have your key card in, like you have to do a lot of European places and ships these days. And there's also an umbrella provided right by the door. That's a nice little touch.
And there is a safe in this big closet in here. Lots of hangers for a few nights stay. Not if you're going to be here the length that I would on a cruise. But come on in. There's another closet here full of shelves. So if you really want to unpack, you can. We've got a TV.
And it comes with a bottle of wine or Prosecco, we found out when we checked in. This specific room at DVE Suites Rome is actually a suite. So we booked not just the standard room here, we booked the suite. Not really because we were looking for a suite, because it was the only one that was available at the time when we booked. So we booked a suite. So if you're going to book a room here, remember you're looking for the suite version of what this is. And you're going to see why in just a second.
And yeah, so come on over and you'll see that there's a nice little seating area. But in my opinion, this is the best part. Look at the size of this window. It's so grand. There's a beautiful park that you're overlooking.
There you go. View outside, and the window even opens.
The windows open nice. Even this one comes out too. But we'll close that so you can hear us and not the traffic right now. And
so we got a, looks like, I don't know if it's a king or queen size bed. It's big enough to work.
I think it's a king, yeah.
And then I'm going to give you a peek, a sneak peek. Remember, Mrs. Canucks said the window's the top point. To me, the actual piece de resistance of this suite.
Look at the ceiling in this room.
Look at that. We've got a painted ceiling. We'll go upstairs and show you that in a second, because there is a second level. And there is a washroom on the first level here. And it's got a nice big sink, mirror, a stand-up shower that has a rainfall head as well as a traditional shower head. So there you go. That is your bathroom, but check this out. We have circular staircases that go somewhere. Let me show you where they're gonna go. Reach the top of the staircase and check this out. You've actually got a little desk and sitting area here. A little tiny dresser to put stuff in. You've got a view of the downstairs that we were just at a second ago. But don't spend too much time here looking down, looking up. I can't even get it all in the frame. Is a painted ceiling. And up here there are 2 single beds. And believe it or not, there's actually a second washroom that's in the upstairs.
Larger one.
Check this out. Big washroom with got another sink and a toilet and one of these second toilets. Or maybe we'll call it a bidet.
Maybe.
It looks like I think it might even be a heated towel rack. I can't tell.
It is, yes.
Heated towel rack, another shower as well. Hair dryer included up here. So yeah, pretty impressive space, I would say. I'd say one of the most unique and interesting and large hotel rooms for Europe.
Yeah.
Usually we're used to small spaces in Europe, but this is fantastic. We have lots of things we want to see in Rome today, but our hotel is pretty close to the church. I think it's Santa Maria Maggiore. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but it's where the Pope was just recently buried a couple weeks ago. So we thought we'd stop by and take a look at that place and carry on from there. And we have found it. What an incredible looking church. I'm not sure if we're allowed to go inside, but we're going to investigate. See what we can find out while we're here. There is a heavy police presence here, and you do have to go through security, possibly even x-ray, I believe, to go into the church. It's quite beautiful from the outside. Okay, we got around the corner of the church to see the lineup to get in past security, and it was stretching all the way down the block. So we thought we only have a short time here, so we saw the church. It's impressive just from the outside, but we're gonna move on to an even bigger, more iconic spot here in Rome. Take a look through the trees. We are getting close to something. That might be the Colosseum you're seeing, but we've decided to stop here, a little spot, grab a bite to eat right beside the Colosseum.
So our food has started to arrive, so we ordered some fresh
Bruschetta.
to try, and then we ordered a combo and it came with chips. We didn't realize it was going to be chips for both of us. We thought it was just one, and it comes with a drink for each of us, and then we're going to be sharing a pizza.
Okay, our food's come out, as have our drinks. I am having an Aperol Spritz, which is unusual for me. It's my first ever. And you're having?
I don't know what I'm having, to be honest with you. Buns or something like that drink.
And we have a margarita pizza. We are back at our hotel again. You're probably wondering what? We were just at the Colosseum and we didn't see anything. It's going to start to pour rain, and we decided to head back. We grabbed an extra umbrella, waited for the rain to stop, and then we decided to head back out after charging some batteries and getting some more waterproof gear. Here we go. back at the Colosseum. We are at the foot of it. We're not going in today because we want to get to a bunch of different spots, but I believe it is 18 euros to go inside. And expect it to be busy. It's never not been like this. Goodbye, Colosseum. We are now walking down what at one time was Main Street, Rome. Many centuries ago.
Just a few days ago, yeah.
Yes. And on our left is a basilica of Maximentius, I think. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but... Made our way through. See what's behind the elephant? We're at the Pantheon now. Let's see if we can get in. There's rumors that they cost money now, but we're going to find out for sure. It used to be free. There we go. We're at the fountain in front of the Pantheon. The line isn't too bad. They're now charging €5 a person to go inside, so they have started charging a fee. You always know you're getting close to Trevi Fountain when you get seas and seas of people. I'll show you what it looks like.
I'm going there.
And I think they've built something new at Trevi Fountain, I believe.
Yeah.
In the pictures I saw, that actually kept you from getting too close to the water in front of the fountain. With some big structure, so we're just yards away from seeing what it looks like. So right here next to Trevi Fountain, almost at the water's edge. And so they've changed things here a little bit. You can still get down towards the water, but all these steps in the areas that you used to be able to stand on and look at it from, 1 or 2 levels up, they've taken out completely out of service. So, and they've created this kind of like moving line where you have to kind of run fast and get a selfie and then get out of the way or they blow whistles at you. So it's hectic. There you go, and that is Trevi Fountain. It's actually probably the least busy that we've ever seen it. So you can see how many people here, you can imagine how busy it really gets.
Yeah, meanwhile our friends over this is their first time, they're like, oh wow, is it ever busy? I'm like, no, really it isn't. This is nothing compared to what it was when we were here 2 years ago.
We've made it as far as the Spanish Steps. There you go. I'll let you be the judge.
After around 25,000 steps today, we decided to stop and have a little dinner. So we found this little restaurant on a side street, and we have just ordered a later dinner. It's a little late for us anyways. Our first has arrived, and of course we can't get enough of this when we're in Rome because it's always so fresh and delicious. So we're having some bruschetta. All right, our main has arrived, and Mr. Canuck did it again. He copied me, but we both ordered the lasagna. It looks delicious. I can't wait to give it a try.
You last saw us having dinner last night in Rome, but we have got much needed rest after Rome. We did, I think, 25,000 steps yesterday.
It ended at almost 29,000, so close to 30,000 by the time we got back to our room.
So we got some sleep and got up, and the way we got to the airport today, because that's where we are right now, you can tell, we booked a taxi. It was about $55, and Uber was about the same price. Train would have been less, but we're traveling with a couple hundred pounds of suitcases.
Not a couple hundred.
And vlogging gear.
we don't travel light. If you've watched our travels, you know that we don't travel light, especially when being on a cruise. But anyway, so yeah, $55 flat rate is what the taxi fare is from any part of the city in Rome to the major airport. There is another other airport that might be a little bit different.
Okay, so we're going to show you a little bit more around the airport here before we wrap this vacation up. So join us. We'll see what it's like getting through and into hopefully a lounge to have some relaxation before we hop on a very long flight. I think it's almost 9 hours back to Toronto.
9.5 hours, it says.
Okay, here we go. We are here at the Air Transit gate. Took a while to find. We're also here at Options Plus, so it's a great feature on Air Transit. If you add it to your fare, gets you quicker through all of this craziness and a few features on the flight. We have made it through security here in the Rome airport. We checked one lounge with a very long line at the Priority Pass lounge, so we're going to try another one at the other end of the terminal, see if we have better luck. And we just met a nice couple from Edmonton, actually. They're on their way home Canada from also doing a Norwegian cruise on the breakaway, so great to meet you. And we are heading to see if we can find a quick nibble and beverage before our flight heads out in a couple hours. We'll go back to Canada. We managed to get into the Prima Vista Lounge at the far end of the E terminal. The other one was a big lineup, but what were we, 20 minutes, maybe 15, 20 minutes. So they're full already early in the morning before lunchtime. But Mrs. Canuck did get in to find some lunch. Let me show you what that looks like.
So I got a little bit of lasagna and some chicken there. They had a whole variety of stuff. Mr. Canuck can probably film it all. And some little deli meat with cheese. And of course, a glass of wine.
I'm going to go see what I can find. I'll show you what's up there. We're in Italy, so of course you would expect pizza to be here at the lounge, and there's 3 different options there. Moving over here, we got different options for, looks like lasagna, gnocchi, some chicken, I think some vegetables in the back corner. Very unique looking. And of course, your cold cuts and your cheeses. Again, we're in Italy. And some olives and cheese and pasta, salads. Some of the pastries are even next level with a little bit of some flavored water and some croissant. We have left the lounge. And we're still just over an hour before our flight leaves, but our boarding time's an hour before we fly out. But they don't assign the gates till very, very late in Rome. We had this happen before. So a little secret we found, I'll pass on to you.
If you use AirTags.
Yeah. If you use AirTags, have them in your luggage, and you can see where it gets moved around in the airport, even though it's on the conveyor system and everything else. It'll often give you a hint as to where your gate is going to be. So
we were able to figure out before a gate was assigned that this was the general area that our luggage was. So, and it worked.
And actually,
is the same
on our way to the general area, then also we saw the gate was assigned. So we're only a little bit ahead of the game. But sometimes when boarding is happening only 5 or 10 minutes after they assign the gate, and it's a long distance with trains and different things through this airport, it can be a little bit of help.
Yeah, we had to take a train and walk a distance to get here, so it's not a short little walk.
Anyways, okay, we're getting on the plane soon, and then we'll be back in Canada once we cross that little tiny ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Well, we are home.
We made it home.
We did, yes. We went from Rome straight into Toronto Pearson, and then we had a 7-hour drive home. So We managed to make it all happen. Another successful trip. We did not lose any luggage. It's always a question we get, and we've had great luck since COVID, not losing any luggage.
We really have, yes.
Fingers crossed.
AirTags are very useful for me, but to ease my anxiety. But yes, all the luggage made home. Also, when you're having a direct flight, it often is not a problem. It's the connection flights where you have to worry.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's it for our European adventure, at least this one. We have another one coming up in 2026 with our patrons. So
yes,
we're excited about that. And we have a whole bunch of cruises planned between now and then, including some new ones.
Ooh.
But in the next little while, we're going to do a video on what we thought of the Norwegian Pearl and our latest Norwegian experience. So,
yeah, it's been a couple of years since we cruised with Norwegian. So they've changed some things, some for the good, some for, I don't know, different. Anyway, so we're going to talk all about that on an upcoming video.
For sure. So, and after that, watch us. Our next cruise adventure will be on Princess Cruises. That's all we're going to give you. And we're doing a little bit of hurricane hunting. We'll see.
The weatherman in him is very happy.